What if I told you? Ideas could change the world. I'm Pixie. Let's dive into the wild world of ideas. What if one land refused to be tamed, a land where mountains stood like walls and islands lay scattered across a restless sea, where no single ruler could silence all voices and no single power could own every thought? A land where ideas moved freely, carried by winds and waves, whispering to anyone willing to listen, because this was not a land built for obedience, but a land shaped by separation, where mountains divided people and seas divided cities, and because control was impossible, freedom found space to breathe and grow. City-states rose, Athens, Sparta, Corinth, Miletus, each a world of its own, with its own laws, customs, and ways of thinking that could not be dictated by a throne, each believing differently, living differently, and in that difference, something rare was born: comparison. And when humans compare, they begin to question, and when they question, they begin to think. The sea became their highway, not a barrier, but a bridge, not a wall, but a path. As Greek ships ventured to Egypt, Babylon, Persia, and even the edges of India, returning not only with gold or spices, but with stories, beliefs, and myths that often contradicted one another, bringing strange gods, strange rituals, and strange ideas about life, death, nature, and the universe, worlds that did not agree with their own. Contradictions are dangerous because they disturb comfort, threaten certainty, and force the mind to choose between blind loyalty and brave curiosity. But contradictions are also the spark of thought, because when two truths collide, the mind awakens. Along the river of Miletus, a man named Thales wondered whether nature could explain itself without gods, whether the world could stand on its own guided by rules instead of divine commands. And though it was a quiet question, it was a dangerous one, because once nature could be explained, fear began to lose its throne. Others counted stars, measured rivers, listened to the harmony hidden in music, searching for patterns instead of miracles, and for order instead of punishment, not trying to destroy belief, but trying to understand reality. It was not a perfect world. There were wars, disagreements, harsh rulers, and broken cities. Yet the land was free, and freedom stretched like the horizon, wide, uncertain, and terrifying, yet full of possibility, giving humans something they had never truly held before: permission to doubt, permission to wonder, permission to think. Around Greece, civilizations older and grander looked on. Egypt, with its pyramids that touched the sky, Babylon, with its mastery of the stars, Persia, with its vast empires and unstoppable armies, giants of the ancient world built on authority, tradition, and divine order. Yet the Greeks did not bow. They observed, they questioned, they compared, and they asked, why do they believe this and why do we believe that? A small question carrying the weight of a revolution. Because the moment a human asks why, fear begins to lose control, tradition begins to tremble, and truth begins to move. And that simple question, repeated in countless minds, became the seed of philosophy, not born in palaces, not commanded by kings, but growing quietly in streets, on ships, by rivers, and under open skies. As curiosity began to challenge fear, thought became its own master, and humans stopped worshiping answers and started chasing them, and in that chase, humanity changed forever.